What is going on, everyone? Welcome into Big Time Football Talk. So I want to talk about some of the top linebackers in this 2022 NFL Draft. Starting with the first guy I really like is Brian Asamoah from Oklahoma. Asamoah is a guy that just flies all over the field. He's not a guy that just is going to, take on interior guys and just, be powerful that way, get off blocks. But he is just, his play speed is tremendous, and he plays with just such great effort and intensity. Asamoah, great year last year in Oklahoma in 2020, and then, followed that up with another good year this year in 2021. So, I think you'll see Asamoah consistently in like the 3 to 5 range. I don't think anyone will have him as a top 2 linebacker. Should be a solid second round pick. I think that's where I have him projected, probably mid-second, late-second round. But, they're going to get a very solid player. I don't know if he'll ever translate to become a Pro Bowl, every down linebacker. But, has a chance to do some great things in the NFL. And you got to love his intensity, play speed, effort that he gives on any given down. So that's Asamoah is going to come in at number 5. At number 4, I got Chad. Is it Muma? I'm not quite sure. Don't mean to be disrespectful to Chad, but he is, I've heard it pronounced either way, but outstanding linebacker, good size. Just played at Wyoming, but a super talented linebacker with, he can really get after the passer and, has the ability to run sideline to sideline. Not a burner as far as speed-wise, but super tough and a hard hitter. And, even if he's not sacking the quarterback, he's getting a lot of pressure. And I really like what I'd seen from Muma. And, I think that, he has a chance to be a starter in the NFL. Not sure how high his ceiling is, but I like, Muma. I could make a case that he's, you could make a case he's a top linebacker in this draft. The small school guys, it's always kind of, tough to decipher because of the competition level. But, a lot of these guys like Kyle Duggar, played at Lenore-Ryan. Seems like a lot of these guys do tend to, fit in well if they're that exceptionally good, even at the small school level. So he comes in number 4. Number 3 is Christian Harris from Alabama. And, Christian Harris is he is not as much in the top 2 range, but he's, consistently, like Asamoah, in like the 3 to 5 range. He's always in, with at least in the top 10. And Christian Harris, talk about big players, step up in big-time games, had an outstanding game in the national championship. I know they lost, but he was all over the field, flying around, making plays. He's a good tackler, capable blitzer, tremendous athlete. I think he played running back in high school, I believe, and has played a lot of football too for Alabama. Was thrown into the mix as a true freshman due to the injury to Dylan Moses. So he's played pretty much, been a starter 3 years at the University of Alabama. So Christian Harris, as a guy I think he's a safe pick. His coverage just doesn't wow you. I think that's one of the downsides to Harris, but a pretty good tackler, wrap ups, got some strength, good speed. I think he'll run a solid 40 time. I think if he runs a really good time, I think that he'll for sure go first round. I think you're looking at a late first round, early second guy with Christian Harris. So he comes in at number 3. And number 2 is I'm going to have Nakobe Dean from Georgia, and I did a breakdown comparing both these two guys. But Nakobe Dean, you want to talk about a guy like Asamoah that is just, plays fast all over the field, plays with passion, intensity, and great game in the national championship in the win over Alabama, and just consistently great all this year and consistently great all last year in 2020. Took the job from Monty Rice, who's now with the Tennessee Titans. And Nakobe Dean, just an outstanding football player. A little undersized, may be the knock, but we can run sideline to sideline, take proper angles, wrap up, blitz, drive back running backs, take on blocks from the interior, even though he's not super great at that. Sometimes he kind of wants to, just use his speed and quickness to just kind of skate by him instead of take on blockers head on head. But, yeah, he has a lot of things to like about Nakobe Dean. A lot of positives and not a lot of negatives. That's why he's consistently at the number 2 or number 1 spot for most people. And then at number 1 is Devin Lloyd, linebacker from Utah. Why I love Lloyd, he is just so quick at getting off of blocks, almost makes it look effortless, and is all over the field. Just been a tackling machine for Utah in 2020 and 2021, and was a key part to the success of the Utah Utes football team this year, winning the Pac-12 championship. Talk about shining in big games against Oregon in the regular season and in the Pac-12 championship, came through in the big moments. So, yeah, that's why I like Devin Lloyd a lot, and that's why he comes in at number 1. A lot of people are having Dean at number 1, but I think, there's a good case for both these guys. And, yeah, Lloyd is a little stiff, but I watch him in coverage. He moves laterally very well, so I'm not really concerned. And, he's shown the ability to play man coverage pretty well as well. But, yeah, these are just it's just my top 5. I like this linebacker class. I think it's a pretty solid class. You got Brandon Smith from Penn State, who's up there for a lot of people. Trying to think. Damone Clark is another guy that's interesting for LSU. Yeah, and, the name of a few others escape me, but good linebacking class. I love the linebacker position. It's become so important in the NFL, so I just wanted to touch on these guys. Thanks so much, guys, for the continued support of the channel, and make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. Till next time, peace.